Dwayne Haskins. Suddenly Cincinnati looks like a real good pick here.
I mean, the funny thing is Burrow played bad, and they lost by 3.
Yeah.
They were in the game. So it was a little bit interesting to watch.
Well, they got that. What was it? The turnover or something like that, like on the 7-yard line, and then he throws the pass to Higgins. And
Higgins, you got Jamar Chase, you got Floyd.
Jamar Chase, 42-yard reception for the touchdown.
Exactly. That little bonus points helped somebody.
Yeah.
So you got those 3 guys. Plus, you got Mixon. I mean, they really do have good skill on the offensive side of the ball. O-line still is a bit of a work in progress. Need a little bit more help on that side. But you're really going to like what you see on that offensive side of things. On the other hand, you look at Pittsburgh. Ben always plays well against Cincinnati.
Yeah.
He just does. I mean, that's just one of those teams that he's beaten up for years.
Johnson, without a lot of drops this week, I think he only dropped 2.
He limped off the field. So
he still played, but it was a last-second thing. He'll be fine. Don't you worry about it.
We'll see. Claypool not catching the touchdowns like he did last year, but they are throwing him deep balls.
Didn't Juju run one in?
Yep, they gave him the handoff. They didn't even give him a little toss, but you get the touchdown pass from him.
Yeah, no, he had the touchdown run.
I played it.
Gotcha.
But nonetheless, I think that Pittsburgh will come back a little bit feisty, but I don't think they'll cover. I think Cincinnati will keep this game close.
It's 3.5.
I think
even with Big Ben.
I think that Cincinnati can move the ball on Pittsburgh just like Pittsburgh can move the ball on Cincinnati. If Watt plays, it's a different story. But if they don't get that pass rusher on the outside, all the Cincinnati skilled players are in play again.
If I was a gambler, and I am, and if I was good at it, and I'm not, I wouldn't touch that game anyway.
It's a close game.
Yeah, and it's always close with Pittsburgh and Cincinnati. Again, another
division rivals.
Yep. Let's see, Arizona, Jacksonville.
So how many people are on the Rondale Moore bandwagon?
Everybody's talking about how he's the guy to pick up this week.
Well, he is because listen, he was a borderline first-round pick coming out of the draft at Purdue, and all of a sudden you look at Kyler Murray, who makes some horrible throws that makes him some of these incredible.
Right.
But he's always going to put up huge numbers. It's just the way it works. He's got Hopkins. He's got A.J. Green, who caught a touchdown. He's got Kirk, who's a really good receiver. And the number 4 option, Rondale Moore.
That's the question.
Do you trust the number 4 option? Now, is A.J. Green going to fall down the pecking order? Is it going to be more, Kirk 2 and then Moore and Green fighting in the 3-4?
Yeah, I don't think Kirk had a big game last week.
He had a couple catches, though, but they didn't go to him a lot.
Yeah.
Rondale Moore looked like a freaking monster last week. The running game is, Chase Edmonds, they don't run it a lot.
No.
So he'll catch a few balls and stuff like that, but he's not going to be a household name.
And again,
Connor actually is the guy to use more in the power running game.
Right. But again, the first name is Murray on that chart.
No, absolutely. It's just Kyler left, Kyler right, Kyler up the middle.
Right.
That's what they're going to try to do. It's I don't know if you go after Rondale Moore. I don't know if he's worth a lot of money, but someone's going to spend $25 bidding on him this week, and you're banking on a 3 or 4. He will not be higher than a 3 or 4. That's not a bad thing, but
do you want to spend $20 on him?
How many weeks are you going to get him?
All right.
Is he going to be great for 6 weeks this season? Is he going to be great for 3?
Yeah.
Is he going to be great in the playoff games? Who the hell knows?
Jacksonville, again, I'm not starting Robinson.
No, it's hard to.
I think he can run against Arizona, but all you got to do is
Cook had a great game, and Minnesota should have won the damn game.
Fill the box.
Kid missed a 37-yard field goal.
Right.
That was disgusting.
Just fill the box. And
Minnesota did everything right. Every single thing you can possibly do right, they did. And they lost.
They cannot get a good kicker. Last year they had Dan Bailey, and Dan Bailey blew a bunch of games for them.
Oh my God! It was a 37-yard. Oh my God!
Right.
I was like, I thought they had the game won. You're like, all right, well,
Well, so did they.
And they effing lost. Minnesota's a good team. Again, talk about Arizona. Then you got Cook, you got Thielen, and you got Jefferson, and you're like, holy crap, that's a really good offensive team.
They're playing Minnesota, coming off a tough loss. Seattle, Minnesota.
Seattle, Minnesota. I think that both teams coming off a
tough loss. And one of these, they could end up both being 1 and 2. And these are 2 solid teams, 2 decent teams.
Well, the thing about it, though, with Minnesota is that they are a better offensive team than defensive team by a lot.
Right.
Minnesota's D is not very good. Seattle's D showed us that they're not very good either. Now, I trust Russell more than I trust Kirk Cousins by a lot.
Kirk Cousins had a pretty good game, though, last week.
He does.
I mean, number-wise.
He is. He's a player, but he's not in Russell Wilson's ilk.
No, not in any way, shape, or form.
And I know it's a road game.
Oh.
It's a tough road game.
But dude, look at the weapons. He's got Jefferson. He's got Thielen. He's got KJ Osborne, who got a big play this week with the touchdown.
Now Minnesota's 0-2. They lose this game 0-3.
Yeah, it's done.
I mean, and all of a sudden, luckily for them, Green Bay, Chicago, and Detroit are not juggernauts.
Right.
I mean, Green Bay will turn into it, but
right.
They're not yet, so they haven't been left in the wake. But they're a 1.5-point dog at home.
Okay, I've got the. I'm getting this of mine off of the Chahu site, and Seattle is a 2-point favorite.
I have them 1.5.
Okay,
so we're close enough. But they're getting 1.5 at home. Minnesota, this is as must-win a game for Minnesota as there is.
All right.
Don't trust the kicker. That's the problem. A close game when a team doesn't have the kicker, you get a little bit nervous. You think Russell's better. You think that Seattle has. Metcalf didn't have a huge game last week. He didn't. So.
And you're expecting that to turn around with Metcalf and Lockett. Turn around. Lockett soft. Metcalf the man.
Well, Lockett catches a touchdown like every week.
I know.
It's like a 50-yarder. It's like a floated ball.
I am.
How is it not intercepted? Yet he's the only guy that
super friggin' excited having him on my club. Welcome.
He's great.
Welcome to the Dick Trickles.
But the one thing to say is that when you look at it, everything I said tells you that you bet Seattle, Minnesota's going to win this game.
Okay.
They're not going to go to 1. They're not going to go to 0-3.
Gotcha. Tampa Bay and the Rams, both 2-0 clubs.
This is a fun game. This is the best
it really
game
is.
of the weekend.
I agree.
Because Stafford didn't play great last week, but now he's home.
Mm-hmm.
Tampa is Tampa.
Was Brady 8 touchdown passes so far? Or is it 9?
I think it's 8. But you know what?
It doesn't matter.
He is going to get pressure from Aaron Donald this week that he hasn't seen in the first 2 weeks.
Correct.
Which makes it a little bit different. I think that the Ram D is good enough to make this game exciting and make Brady, rushed a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make Gronk more of a factor?
Or less of a factor?
I'm doubling against him again.
You know what? See, I want to go against him. We were talking about this before we started the show, how I think maybe we have to start easing off on Gronk a little bit because, hey, 2 really good games. I don't think he's going to have a good game this week, though.
You just don't know.
No.
You don't know where Brady's going to go with the ball. Mike Evans limped off the field last week at the end of the game also.
Expect Antonio Brown to get more targets because he wasn't really targeted that much this week.
Godwin really wasn't targeted much, right? So they were going Gronk and they were going Evans. They were trying to get Evans going.
Yeah.
Listen, you really can't bench any of the Tampa offense.
Do not play Cooper Kupp. We haven't moved on to the Rams yet? Okay, sorry.
I'm just saying, I don't know if I play either running back for Tampa.
No.
I don't think I touch him, but you have to play all your receivers.
100%.
And even though I don't know if Gronk's going to have a good game, you probably have to play him too because he's shown you so much.
Right.
On the Rams side of the ball.
Do not play Cooper Kupp. He's abominable.
I was very proud to have him on my team.
Dude, he is. Him and Stafford just have
every morning.
Yeah.
Next to Cubans, they're trying to kill him. They eat whatever it is. They really
keep doing it.
Tampa's cornerbacks don't make you feel confident that they're going to be able to cover him either. They're going to try to take him out of the game a little bit, I'm sure, but I don't think they have the skill level at corner to do it. I think Cooper will catch his balls. I think Woods will catch his balls.
Hey, it's always good if you can catch your balls.
Yeah.
I mean, what kind of a man can't catch his balls?
You juggle and then you catch them.
Correct.
I don't know if I play the running back. I don't think I play Henderson either.
I think he got hurt. He got hurt last week.
He did, but I don't think he's out.
Right.
They rule him out?
He's not ruled out yet.
I don't play any running back.
You don't play Michelle?
Sony Michelle did play well down. I don't play either running back on either team.
Right.
I would really lean toward just sticking with the wide receivers on both teams.
Stick with it.
And I think the Rams will win the game.
Miami, Vegas. Vegas 3.5-point favorites. I'm taking that game in a heartbeat.
Well, Miami looked awful this week.
Yeah,
you figure that they'll bounce back a little bit and play a little harder. But my God, the Raiders look good.
The question is this like a trap thing? How the heck is Vegas only 3.5-point favorites?
Well, I have it at 4.5. You have it at 3.5. But
either way,
spread.
I think that's easily a 7-point game. even more than that.
I mean, on paper, you would think that the Raiders bomb them.
Right.
And yet, these odds makers usually know what the hell they're doing.
Right.
Which makes me nervous about this game.
Right.
You see the spread this low?
Something's wrong.
I don't touch it.
Right.
There are no gimmies in this league.
Well, Jacobs is doubtful again this week.
Yeah.
They brought in Peyton Barber. He actually Barber. I think he actually outcarried Kenyon Drake.
Yeah, he did. He got the ball more. They gave him the ball down the stretch because he doesn't fumble. Drake will play more if the game's close.
Right.
If they're not if they need to throw the ball, I should say. Drake's the better receiver. Peyton Barber's the better between the tackles. I can get 3 yards and fall down guy. Miami, really disappointed to watch them last week. They didn't even show up.
Yeah.
Buffalo didn't even show
Brutal.
up. My God.
Brutal. And Tua with the sand in the vagina.
Made the Jets not the worst team in the AFC East last week, playing an L quarterback through 4 picks. That's freaking awful.
That's right.
The Dolphins looked.
Gotcha. Yeah, I don't know if I start anybody on the Dolphins, especially if you don't have Tua. I don't know if it's better with or without Tua.
I don't either. I mean, Jacoby Brissett is not someone that you actually feel all this amazing confidence. I mean, they're not playing Gesicki. I mean, basically they've basically gone with the other tight ends. They're not really playing him much. They have skilled receivers, but Waddle didn't have a huge game. He had a couple catches. Devontae Parker's not a factor.
So with Gesicki, you think you just got to stay thirsty, my friend?
And yes. stay thirsty.
Stay thirsty, my friend.
Yeah, I mean, for the Raiders, listen, they're not going to have it easy throwing the ball. The Dolphins' secondary is really good, and Josh Allen didn't play well last week against them either. The Dolphins' D is pretty good. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's just that the Bills were getting the ball at the 5-yard line every time they were starting. They had 4 turnovers last week. Yeah. That made it a lot easier.
Carr played well, too.
Why would be that the reason why it could be close is just because of the Dolphin D. But if the offense plays like it did this week, put up the monster 0.
The monster 0.
I'm not going to touch the game betting-wise. If I was going to bet anyway right now, I'd bet the Dolphins to cover because I feel like the odds makers know something.
Gotcha. Sunday night action. Green Bay coming off the victory over Detroit last night against San Francisco. Francisco. That's fun to say.
It is fun to say.
I've got San Francisco as 3.5-point favorites.
You look like you should be on the Christmas card. San Francisco at home minus 3.5.
You look all nice and purpley.
San Francisco. I don't like coffee. Anyway, so Green Bay
has the world's greatest coffee.
No, it's just a crappy cup of coffee.
No, it's the world's greatest.
You see gum.
Don't chew it. It's not.
It's not free candy.
Yeah.
Green Bay found their stride in the second half last night. They put up 21 in the second half. They're not going to be able to do that easily against San Francisco.
Right.
Problem is, I don't think San Francisco is going to have an easy day moving the ball against Green Bay either.
Yep, no running.
3.5 seems like it's a little high. I think Philadelphia, because they were so one-dimensional, made it a little tough for them to beat San Francisco. But I do think that
Green Bay doesn't.
Keep this game close, and they might even win it.
Aaron Jones, and a salute to his father who passed away.
Yeah, and then the ashes fell off.
They fell off.
They fell off. They were on the field, and he said that's where his father would want them. So
okay,
pretty interesting. I think I don't like any of the offensive players much. You have Aaron Rodgers, you play him.
Right.
Okay, you don't have much of a choice.
Devontae Adams, I guess I'll play him.
You draft all 3 of the major skill players on Green Bay you're playing. On San Francisco, you're playing Kittle. Mm-hmm. You have to. I don't know if I'm playing anybody else.
I hear you.
I don't know if I trust Mosley. I don't know if Mitchell even, if he's healthy enough to go, is worth playing right now. And it's not like Green Bay's D is great. It's just because it's not. Mm-hmm. It's not even close to great. It's just that they're going to key on that run and force. I mean, they're going to key on that pass and force whatever backup running back to run against them. It's going to be interesting to see. I mean, they're a home game, San Francisco. They should be technically the better team, but.
No, I'm going with Green Bay on that.
I think Green Bay covers.
Philadelphia, Dallas for your Monday night game, and if you have offensive players on those two teams, play them.
pretty much.
End of
Dallas
story.
Offense is right now looks like the best offense in the NFL right now, and I don't love the way Zeke's playing.
No,
Pollard
Zeke's
was better.
Much better.
This is what happens to running backs after like 5 years. They
Right.
that's why Frank Gore is amazing.